Hey guys, it's the one and only Brew Master. We're just gonna try to keep this short and sweet. I know everybody saw the Cohen's trailer on today or afternoon where we are across the world. But he looks decent. That was a character I don't really care too much about, but he is in MK1. He will be in a couple days or so. And that's cool. Some people do like the character, some people don't. But he is in the game, and that's what NetherRealm wanted to be in the game. Now, moving from there, why in the world would you give Reiko and Katana two new moves when they don't deserve them? There was already broken characters in the game to begin with. Just keep it up above. They did not need those buffs, especially Reiko, man. You gave him a freaking air command grab when people are trying to jump to get the jump kick or get that hit on block when they can and stuff like that. So you made this character even more terrifying in the air. He was already a terrifying threat on the ground with Tremor. He's gonna be even more frightening to fight against that character online. And I hope and pray people don't run to that character when they have to fight against him online, but they will. And that's the kind of monster they're going to have to fight against. It's just ridiculous. You keep giving these broken characters more broken moves when they don't deserve them in the first place. Same thing with Katana. She doesn't even deserve an air fan. Her trap on the ground was already good. You have a freaking projectile that is a high mid that hits them on block. They have to keep blocking. And if they don't keep blocking, they're going to get clipped eventually. And they take some good chip damage from it. So I don't see what the point they was complaining, saying she doesn't have this, she doesn't have that from MKX. This is MK1. She should not have to have the same abilities and same moves from MKX to MK1. MK1 is a little bit similar to MKX when it comes to the mechanics. But to the gameplay, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit slower. It's fast in certain parts of the game when they play it. But MKX was much faster paced. You got the run button. You have all these other different things. You have that in MKX. MK1, you don't have that stuff. So I don't see why they was complaining and crying, saying she doesn't have these moves. You just gave her mostly what she had in MKX, a freaking air projectile, which she now has two. You have one that actually hits a person when they're standing, trying to come towards her, and then she has that freaking bullcrap air projectile now. So that's the same thing with her and Reiko. You try to jump at those two characters, you're gonna die and take a 50. Yeah, you're gonna take a. Excuse me for that. Yeah, you're gonna take a 50-50 mix-up. Either way you split it, it's not going to save you from them unless you block or you have a character that can actually deal with that kind of stuff. It's just not fair to the people, to the casuals, or an actual person who's actually trying to get good at the game. And you have to run into those characters and deal with that kind of stuff. So my heart goes out to the people who actually want to actually get better and actually want to get better with their actual main character or their actual side character that they play with just for fun. And when they go into Combat League, it's no fun because everybody's playing with the meta or playing with their character that gets them the most easiest wins without them having to work for it. So yeah, that is the way how that goes. And I'm very grateful for my Raiden. I am a Raiden main and Scorpion main. I played with Scarlet MK11. Because Scorpion was just in Combat League 24/7. You could not play with Scorpion. You was fighting against Scorpions 24/7. I know. So yeah, it's the reason why I love playing with Scarlet and MK11. But yeah, it's a good rating. They gave him a buff. The move looks cool. Can't wait to see once they release the patch notes and everything for all the other characters that actually are going to get a nerf or a buff. But it's good my boy Raiden got an actual new move. Because he actually did need it. Because they nerfed him before. When it was Raiden and Kano. Or they called him Kane. he was running a warpath with their characters. So that's the reason why they nerfed Raiden and Kane in the first place. And I was the same thing with Siren. They nerfed that cameo, but then you gave him some stuff, and they took it away with the you know what. So yeah, well, that being the sign and everything, we saw Liu Kang, so it seems like Liu Kang will be getting a buff, or he might be getting a nerf. I don't know how that goes. But usually in the combat cast, when you see those kinds of characters, it's mostly a sign from NetherRealm. They're going to get like a buff or a nerf. With Kenshi, he doesn't need nothing. That character is already busted in a problem with the Sento sandwich thing that he does. So they give him something. NetherRealm's already stupid doing those buffs what they did for Reiko and Katana. But they're going to be even more stupid and dumb. You get more plus frames to freaking Kenshi, man. There are other characters on the roster that need a buff. Sub-Zero, new Cyborg, they need a buff. You give some more moves to these other characters, man. Well, the same song, I think, yeah, you give another move to sing song, I think it'll actually be good. He's already a good character, but he'll be another access to the line of broken characters already. Like, we need to nerf Farrah, man. That's the cameo we need to nerf. Like, after you nerf Chameleon, everybody went straight to Farrah, then Tremor. So once they nerf Farrah, everybody's gonna hop on to Tremor. I see it coming from a mile away because he's the next best thing for everybody to actually do broken stuff with. So when they do or when they don't nerf Farrah, people are gonna still play with the other cameos. Sector, he's a problem. The rocket is just too much on block and it chips you out, even if you're trying to get away from him. So yeah, that rocket is a problem. I don't know why they did that, but they need to do something like tone it down or just get rid of it. That's too much. That is way too much. But yeah, did not like what they did with the new buffs and stuff for certain characters, but only time will tell when they release the patch notes for the rest of the characters. But yeah, just not fair the way how NetherRealm is doing this when it comes to recognizing that most of your full roster is busted and broken already, and you just want to give them more moves for no reasons. That's just a waste of time. Like, you need to figure out what you need to do to make your game better. I understand they are going to be at EVO, which I'm not knocking at. Don't know how many people are going to play MK1 at EVO. We'll have to wait and see. Only time will tell. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see because that's very interesting. Like, yeah, it's very, very interesting. It really is. So we'll just have to wait and see. If they do something else from here after T1000 as the last DLC character, we'll see what they do. Everyone saying we have more for this game after the DLC content. I'm sick and tired of them trying to lie in Squareverse and do this runaround bullcrap. If you have more content for this game, just show it. Don't talk no more. Show us with your actions, man. And then we will stop talking and we will believe what y'all say. If you would stop talking on social media, saying this and this and this and this, and everybody's believing these leakers and stuff, I understand how that goes. Everybody has to make their money. They gotta do what they gotta do for their families. I understand that. But as for the YouTube creators and for the people who actually want to play the game and they want to have fun, they can't do that because we have no idea of what NetherRealm and their team are doing when it comes to the end game of MK1. So they need to get something in motion. If they already have something in motion, that's cool. You're trying to keep it a secret. I am okay with that. But don't keep us on this freaking roller coaster to a certain extent. Y'all don't know what the heck you're doing. You're the ones that make this game. You got people that are working and trying to make the game good. You're not trying to make it better because you gave it two broken characters more moves they did not deserve. They did not need them. You gave one move to a character that you nerfed before, which is okay because he actually needed You need to give moves that characters that actually need to make the game better, man. And that's what they're not doing. It's not going to be too much longer once the rest of the cast gets more moves they don't deserve. And that's just going to be a more problem for the casual players, for the people who want to actually have fun and actually want to play this game. So we'll have to wait and see. It's up to them to see if they want to fix their problems they actually made in the game and actually try to work on the problems they need to actually fix and work on. So it's just my little opinion to that. They're still going to do what they want to do at the end of the day because it's NetherRealm Studios and Warner Bros. Studios. And they have to make their monies for their families and stuff like that. But at least have some kind of common sense. If you listen to your community just for once, listen to what we have to say. You don't have to actually do all what we say, but taking in consideration other people trying to give you feedback on what's wrong with your game and what's wrong with your roster characters, man. Fix that crap before you put that evil, because that's going to be a terrifying nightmare. So be mindful to what you're doing when you come out with the next game. I don't care if it's Injustice 3. I could really care less if it is the next Mortal Kombat game. But if it is the next Mortal Kombat game, they need to go back to the drawing board. Take all this Hollywood bullcrap out here with the DLC character and go back to the basics, man. What made Mortal Kombat. You don't have to go all the way back, but draw it back to a certain extent that we know this is Mortal Kombat to the game they've been playing it for the last 30 years. You keep saying, yeah, that's good. You're getting your condolences and you're thanking people who've been playing your game for the last 30 years. But when people see the last couple games you did, MK9 was the best of the best, in my point of view. MKX is a very fun, and people are still playing it. It's a 10-year game, and people are still going back having fun with that. MK11, you see half of the people go back to play it because of the broken mechanics that you had. That was mostly it. Gameplay was cool. Story gameplay was a banger. DLC story gameplay was a banger. MK1 DLC add-on story was not that good. We did not want to have it as a boss character. We wanted Onaga, the Dragon King, the one being. That's what people wanted. That's what we wanted. But we did not get it. And I understand that's what they wanted to do with Havoc, to make him feel a certain kind of character. He is a fun character. All the way back to the Deception in Armageddon. He's a fun character to play with. But nobody wanted him as a boss character for the add-on DLC story extension. Yeah, we did not want him. He's a fun character. I'm not knocking him. He's cool. But the buffs they gave him were just overcalled for. Like, I understand you give him buffs and that was cool. But you don't give him buffs to the point he's doing 50% damage on 2 touches with 3 bars of meter, man. Goes up to even more than that. So, yeah, that's the problem we're mostly saying. That's mostly what I'm saying in this video. Like, before you send a game like this to Evo, you need to try to fix just the little problems or the big problems that you have with this game in general. Because those are the problems we are dealing with right now. For the people who actually have the game. I don't even have a PS5 or a Xbox Series S, and I'm still watching the content from a creator for myself. Just for the ones I do watch on a day-to-day basis. And I see the problems. And I hear it. So I understand how they're feeling right now. You gotta play this game on a day-to-day basis. Making content, making money off of it, and you're not having fun, that's a problem. You play fighting games like that to have fun, to learn the matchups, and try to evolve and adapt, and try to get your game knowledge better. So when you go to these tournaments or online tournaments, you have the knowledge. I can do this, I can do that, can't do that, can't do this. But I can try to work around it and make the best to my abilities to make sure I can learn something from it at the end of the day if I win or lose. That is the mindset of every fighting game or any game that you play online, offline, does not matter, man. You have to actually learn something from it. If you're not learning something from it, you might not have no fun or have any idea what you're doing. If you don't have no idea what you're doing, ask somebody, reach out to a YouTube content or somebody out there, and just do that in general. People are out there to help you out. Tutorials, they're out there to help you with everything that you need to learn. But that's all I'm going to say on that. And I'm going to get out of here. So just be around there and just speaking on mindset, what's going on with this game right now. But yeah, I'm the one and only Braille Master. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Keep safe, be blessed out there. Wherever you are across the world, keep safe, be blessed. And see ya. Yeah.